In the middle.
Sorry, players.
Great job to be back home.
It's always great. I love it. I love Minnesota. It's always fun to play here. Good memories here, so it's fun.
Yeah, coach, he spoke pre-game to me just about just your insertion into the lineup and just kind of what you bring. How have you just felt so far, just being in the mix here?
Yeah, really comfortable. I think it's been a really smooth transition. I've been through a lot of transitions in different teams in this league, but here in Chicago, I feel like just the character of people that we have as basketball players and as human beings have made it extremely simple to kind of just come in here and play with confidence and have fun and enjoy playing with one another.
Yeah, you guys are at the end of preseason, basically training camp at this point. I don't know if you'll have another practice that's kind of more like that coming up next week, but what do you like and dislike about where you guys are at right now? What needs work and what looks strong?
Yeah, I think when you look at games, it feels like we've been together for a long time, but we really haven't. It's, you get 2 or 3 practices in then a game, 2 or 3 practices in a game. And so what I do like is the pace that we play with. I like the versatility and the depth that we have, the number of players that coach can roll in there for any given minute and bring and play their roles really well. I think our chemistry is coming along pretty well as well, finding people in places where they can be successful. And I thought our defense was good for the most part throughout the entire preseason. There's little bits and pieces here and there where I think we can clean up. Watching film will help do that. But that's just trusting one another and being in the right positions.
Any more person?
Just I know it's preseason, but this question for both of you guys. Haley just seems like in these like clutch moments, even though it's preseason, obviously, especially rise to the occasion. Just what are your thoughts on her?
She's great. She's just so competitive. She works so hard. We can trust her, even though she is just a rookie and she's still fresh. She just works so hard at all these things. So when she is in those moments, she's ready. So it's fun. She's just a competitor.
Yeah, do you have a sense of what the culture is of this team after a short time?
Yeah, I think our identity is going to be gritty and tough. I think when you come in to scout the day that you have to get ready for Chicago, you're going to be like, damn, we got to play them. We got to play their physicality. They're going to run. They've got a pace to them. They've got a depth to them. So it's going to be a long game. Every night should be a long night when you play the Chicago Sky based on every single person that comes up against you. And I think that's a testament to the culture that we're building with playing for one another, with one another, helping each other be successful. And when it's a team game, I think you can see it. Like we shoot the 3 ball really well because we assist a lot of those, right? And a lot of them are just driving kicks. You got to defend our shooters out there. You got shooters everywhere, and then you got to defend our inside. And our post presence and our young posts that are just so dynamic offensively and so difficult to keep off the glass. So we want it to be tough to play us. So we want people to be annoyed that they got to play us every time.
Any more person? Carly on Zoom, please unmute.
This question's for Rachel. You had 3 assists tonight, but the team as a whole had 20 assists on 29 made field goals. That just kind of seems to be a theme that we've seen from the guard group. With Sloot being out, what were some things that you wanted to do to help facilitate offense? And what can the guard group do to help facilitate offense when Courtney is not on the floor?
I think we just share the ball really well. I mean, no one's going to play like Sloot. She's incredible. And the way that she plays is just different. So for me, just like getting us into the office, but then just sharing the ball. Good to greats. We talk about that all the time. And that's just what we do. We trust each other. We all can shoot the 3. So just sharing the ball.
Thank you.
We'll go to Brad Lake on Zoom. Please unmute for players only.
Yes. Hi, ladies. Brad, WS Nation. That fourth quarter, it seemed like it was a very physical game going back and forth. Can you speak to how physical that it was and maybe some of your execution down the stretch where you just could not close it out?
Yeah, I think the physicality is something that we invite, something that we like to use on our side as well. But down that fourth quarter stretch, there was a couple times where obviously they got to the free throw line. It was a lot of back and forth, honestly. We hit some threes and they hit some threes. And so as we continue to play with one another and get our end of game execution down pat, knowing what we want to run, what we're looking for in those sets, that'll just continue to grow for us as we go down the stretch and knowing kind of where we want to get our shots from.
I thank you, ladies.
Any more? Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome up for questions for Coach.
Tyler, you looked very pleased with Kia's answers when she was describing what this team kind of looks like and is going to feel like.
Yeah, I think that you can hope for that and say those kind of things as a coach and as a coaching staff, but when your players are able to echo that, I think that's when you I think that's a sign of where you're ending trending in the right direction. And so, for Kia to feel like that, it's someone that's been around the league for a while, and to kind of have that sense of feeling in, in the locker room and around our practices and all throughout preseason, I think that I think we're in a pretty good spot moving forward.
Is it validating to you to see what how this team plays right now and what their style is? When you come in, you take this job, you're on a mission to make it look a certain way. Is it looking like your vision to you?
Yeah, I don't think we just wanted to look a certain way. I think we wanted to feel a certain way. And so the grittiness that she spoke about, that's who we want to be. That's what we want to be about. It's not going to look pretty all the time, but we want to be able to win games in the trenches when we need to, and at other times it's going to look really nice. And so we just want to be versatile from that standpoint, but we want to have a mindset that we're willing to do any and everything to come away with the win. And I think that's kind of us taking on the persona of Chicago, a gritty, tough city, and that's what we want to represent.
Coach, you spoke pregame about the different rotations and things like that we would see tonight. What was just your impressions of what you saw?
Yeah, we tried a few different things tonight. I think that that we weren't able to in the first two preseason games. I think that we had it rolling. Some players played a little bit more than I would have liked to tonight, but we wanted to get a glimpse of what it looked like with different combinations out there. And so yeah, we just rolled with what we felt like was working.
We're not good. And then obviously with Minnesota being a top 4 team in the league, there's just a lot of things I'm sure you guys got out of this experience. Just what for you and the coaching staff do you guys think you'll get the most experience from?
Yeah, I think is that you hope that it builds confidence that we can hang with these teams. And so I think that at the end of the day, everyone's going into next week 0-0. And so for us to come out and to play 3 really good preseason games and 2 against a championship contending team, I think it shows what our potential and what our growth can be moving forward. And you just hope that from the young players to the veteran players that they have that sense of confidence moving forward.
2 questions for you about Angel. One, she took a hard fall there in the fourth quarter, about 6 minutes left stayed in the game. I assume everything's good there.
Yeah, she's tough. She's fine. Yeah.
And it also seemed like in the fourth quarter, there was some emphasis maybe on your part or hers for her to play a little more outside, to dedicate time to that. She was bringing the ball up the court, playing for the perimeter. Am I reading that correctly? And how do you think that looked?
Yeah, I think you'll see that time to time. I think it's Camilla was a spurt where Camilla had a roll inside tonight, and so we wanted to give her space to operate. But also, I think it continues to showcase the versatility that I've been talking about with Angel, and not putting limitations on who she can be as a player. So she had 5 assists tonight, 5 rebounds, 10 points, I think. So she was all over when she played, and that's what we want her to be. That's how we see her potential moving forward, and her role will change game to game, but her role is always going to be do whatever it takes for our team, and she's been willing and open to doing so.
Ryan?
Speaking of Camilla, she did have that stretch where she got it going. Just what have you seen from a confidence level? It just seemed like today she just was very aggressive.
That's what we want. That's what we want from Camilla. She's a commanding presence down low. She commands so much attention that allows Angel to cut free in the paint and allows our shooters to space the floor. And so it opens up a lot when we're able to get it inside to her. And so it'll continue to be a focal point.
Any concern about Vandersloot going forward, health-wise?
Nope, we're tough. We're a tough team. We'll be all right.
Gotcha.
We'll go to a few on Zoom. Carly, please unmute.
Hey, Coach Marsh, just kind of follow up on what I asked Rachel, 20 assists on 29 field goals made. And that's kind of been a theme we've seen throughout the preseason. You've really preached sharing the ball. When the regular season comes around, how do you want to continue to maintain that, not just, in game 1, game 2, but throughout the rest of the season?
Yeah, I think everything that we've done in the preseason, it's about carryover into the regular season. We're trying to find the right chemistry, still trying to gel. It's only been 3 games and 2 weeks together, and so but the good things that we've shown over the last 2 weeks, we want to have that carry over into the regular season. And we'll continue to find ourselves and establish that identity of who we are on both sides of the floor. But I think we've done a good job so far of seeing what we can be here and there throughout these last 3 preseason games.
Thank you.
Please unmute.
Hi, Coach. Brad Lake, WS Nation. Want to follow up with you on what Kia said about defense played pretty well tonight. 8 steals, 5 blocks. Was there anything that you saw that was really good out on the defensive end tonight?
I think that we could have been a little better controlling the glass. So I think that we really picked it up in the second half, keep Minnesota out in transition. So that was good to see. I think we controlled the paint a little bit better in that second half as well. But yeah, those are things that we want to carry over. The physicality, I think, wasn't quite there in the first half, but picked up in the second half. And so we're just trying to put together a consistent 40 minutes offensively and defensively, and everything that we're doing is progressing and moving towards that.
And then Blake will close out. Please unmute.
Hey, Coach, this is Blake Spadar from Blake State. W Swish. How do you think the team's chemistry is developing, and what are some areas where you think the team can improve?
I think it's been coming together pretty well. I think that we have a good sense of being on the same page, even when even when we make some mistakes in game, we're aware of what they are and we can identify those in the moment. And so our hearts and our minds are in the right space. And I think that, again, that's a testament to our team being coachable and being willing to do whatever it takes, and being selfless. And so in terms of things we can improve moving forward, I think there's a ton of room for everything. And I think if you asked our locker room right now, there's not a feeling of satisfaction into what we want to look like going into the regular season. So we're going to utilize these next few days. We'll obviously be off tomorrow, but we'll use the next few days after that to prepare for Indiana and put together a game plan that hopefully gives us a chance to win.
Awesome. Thank you, everyone.
Thanks, Chad.
Thanks.
Thanks, man.
Yep, no problem.